Welcome to the third video in the read option series. My name is Justin, and today I'm going to be talking about second level reads, specifically second level run options. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the bell notification if you want to learn how to run a successful football offense at any level. Second level reads are reads that are performed on defenders who are at the second level of the defense. Second level reads involve reading a linebacker, a safety who's playing down in the box, or a cornerback. The read can be either a run option or a run-pass option, otherwise known as an RPO. Most second level reads are RPOs. Second level reads are executed in the same way as first level reads, meaning that the quarterback will get his eyes to the read man and execute one of two options based on how that defender reacts to the play. Finally, second level reads can be separated into inside reads and outside reads. So in this video, we're going to look at second level run options. I will discuss inside RPOs and outside RPOs in different videos. First off, let's have a look at the second level run read option. Outside zone is the most common play that implements a second level run read option. This is because on outside zone, the defense is forced to cover more ground to the outside. Normally, on outside zone, the read man is the end man on the line of scrimmage, who is a first level defender. However, if we want to make it a second level read, then the backside offensive tackle will lock onto and block the backside defensive end, which allows the read man to become the backside inside linebacker, and therefore we can make the read on the second level of the defense. So, if the linebacker scrapes over or crashes down to defend against the run, the quarterback will keep the football and run through the area vacated by that defender. If the read man sits and does not scrape over to defend the run, the quarterback will hand off the football. In the last video on first level reads, I discussed the rule of blocking 5 and reading 6. On inside second level reads, we can still block 5 and read 6. So in this diagram, we're still able to block 5 and read 6 because it's an inside second level read. Additionally, even though we're reading the second level of the defense, the read man is always going to be on the same side that the running back starts on, unless the run play is inverted. You can also execute second level run options using the inside zone concept, although it's not as effective as outside zone. This is because the running back is coming downhill and not stretching the defense that much, and is not forcing the read man to make a clear decision. To see how this works, let's have a look at some examples from my own team, which came in the 2016 game against the Sydney Uni Cubs. In this first example, our offense is lined up in a 2x2 spread formation, and we're running inside zone right. Normally, the read man is the end man on the line of scrimmage. In this case, it would be the defensive end. However, our offensive guard does the wrong thing and blocks the read man instead of working to the linebacker. This turns the read into a second level read, as I would now need to read the backside inside linebacker. As you can see, this doesn't put any pressure on the read man because the running back and the quarterback are practically in the same spot, so he can defend against both of them. We ran the same play again on the very next snap, but this time I keep the football. As you can see, the read man is able to stop the running back and tackle the quarterback as well. This is because, like I said, the running back and quarterback are pretty much in the same spot, and we're just doing the defender's job for him. We ran into the same issue later on this drive. On this play, we're lined up in a 2x2 formation with our tight end in the box. We're running inside zone left with an arc block from the tight end. This means that the read man should be the defensive end, but once again, the offensive guard does the wrong thing and blocks the defensive end, which means that the read now moves to the second level inside linebacker. As you can see, the read man crashes to tackle the running back, which means that I need to keep the football. Luckily, I had just enough space to turn upfield and score. Now, although we scored a touchdown here, there's a few important things to note. Firstly, the running back's path on inside zone doesn't put any stress on the read man, which makes the read difficult and allows the linebacker to defend both the running back and the quarterback. Secondly, even if the quarterback makes the right read and pulls the football, the space is still very limited and the quarterback doesn't have much room to navigate and beat defenders. Thirdly, there's no need to bring your tight end into the box on a second level run option, as he's just bringing an extra defender into the box unnecessarily. Also, if he's not going to lock onto his block, then there is an extra unblocked defender for the quarterback to beat, and your offense is just shooting itself in the foot. Lastly, make sure your O-line is blocking the run concept correctly from the beginning. This can be difficult for the quarterback to see on the field as he's focused on the read man and can't see everything that the O-line is doing. But if a coach or the quarterback does end up noticing it, they need to correct it straight away. So now that we know that the inside zone concept is not that effective as a second level run option, let's have a look at some outside zone examples to see how effective second level run reads can be. This first example came in the 2014 Week 1 game between the Dolphins and the Patriots. The Dolphins are lined up in a 3x1 spread formation with their tight end in the box. They are running outside zone left with a second level inside read on the backside inside linebacker. Looking at the read man, we can see that he sits and doesn't scrape over to defend against the run, which means that the quarterback hands the ball off to the running back. Also note that you don't need to have your tight end in the box here to run this concept correctly. If anything, bringing the tight end into the box just brings another defender that you need to block and can limit the space that the quarterback has to run. This next example came in my own team's 2016 game against the Sydney Uni Cubs. On this play, our offense is lined up in a standard 3x1 spread formation and we're running outside zone left invert. Normally, outside zone left would look like this, with the running back getting the handoff to the outside. However, with the invert, the running back and the quarterback swap roles. Now the quarterback is running the outside zone path, while the running back runs the quarterback's original path. You could get a similar outcome if you ran outside zone right, but got the backside tackle to lock onto the defensive end, which would allow you to read the second level inside linebacker. This is what the Miami Dolphins did. Either way, the important thing here is that by making the running back run an outside path instead of an inside path, you create much more stress for the defense to make a decision. This helps open up space, making it easier for your quarterback to make the right read and get yards if he ends up keeping the football. So in this example, looking at the read man, we can see that he immediately scrapes across to defend against the run, meaning that I have to keep the football. Now you'll notice that I run into my own receiver, and this stops my momentum and forces me back into traffic, instead of being able to use all this open space to get past the defense. If you're playing receiver, you've got to make an effort to block your defender. If you're tired or you don't want to block him, then line up right next to the sideline as far away from the ball as possible. Instead of blocking your defender, you can run a vertical route. Make sure that you take outside leverage and pretend like you're catching the football. This will force your defender to run with you and turn his back to the play. What this does is that it takes your defender out of the play without you having to expend too much energy to block him. You can see this clearly in this example. I'm playing receiver and I'm lined up on the single side. Instead of blocking my defender, I take an outside release, stay close to the sideline, and pretend to catch the ball. Now I'm only jogging here, and you can see how effective it is in getting your defender to run with you and clear out space. It's the little details like this that can be the difference between scoring touchdowns or losing to the defense. The important thing here is that, as a receiver, you never want your defender to be the one who stops your teammates from scoring. We ran the same play later in this game. Looking at the read man, we can see that he once again scrapes across to defend against the run, meaning that I have to keep the football. One thing to note for quarterbacks is that you want to be getting upfield as soon as you can, instead of stretching the run out to the sideline. So ideally, I'd like to be turning up and running through this space here behind my blocker. Lastly, if you're playing receiver, be sure to set your feet before you make contact with the defender. The aggression here from our slot receiver is good, but the receiver is standing too tall and the defender easily sidesteps him, causing him to miss the block altogether. If the receiver was able to win outside leverage here, or even just win head-to-head, there would be a much clearer lane for me to run through, and the result of the play could have been very different. We ran the same play later in this game. This time, however, we're lined up in a 3x1 spread formation with the tight end in the box. We're running outside zone right invert, and the read man is the linebacker. Going through our pre-snap reads, we can see that the read man is already out of position to make a play, as the run will be going away from him. This tells me to keep the ball before the play even starts. Looking at the read man after the snap, we can see that he does indeed run outside to defend the running back, which confirms that I have to keep the football. Now on this play I do a much better job of turning upfield and getting north-south to avoid other defenders and get one-on-one with the safety. Once again, if you're playing receiver, you need to at least get hands on your defender and cut them off. As you can see here, both of our flankers take a play off and let their defenders run to the ball carrier untouched. So even though I pretty much win the one-on-one matchup against the safety, I'm not able to shake him off completely because these unblocked defenders have helped to stop my momentum and prevent me from scoring. If these two cornerbacks weren't there, I have a greater chance of shaking off the safety and potentially scoring a touchdown. So that's all for today's video. As you can see, you can use second level run-run option plays to put stress on inside linebackers. However, they are much more effective when running an outside zone or similar concept that has the running back running an outside path, as this forces the linebackers to scrape across to defend the run. This not only makes the read easier for the quarterback, but it also opens up space for the quarterback to make yards if they end up keeping the football. In the next video, we'll discuss second level inside RPOs and how to run them correctly. If you enjoyed the video or found it useful, be sure to leave a like. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments below. Thanks again for watching.